So whether you've been lucid dreaming for a while or you're completely new to it, chances are you know that reality checks can be a great way to get lucid. The thing is, you've also probably been told you should do reality checks throughout the day, which is where some of you might run into a slight problem. You're at work most of the day, or you're at school, or you're around other people most of the day, and you don't want to get weird looks from your co-workers or friends or whoever when you start pinching your nose all of a sudden, or poking your finger into your palm to try and push it through, that kind of thing. Reality checks can look a little bit weird. So today I'm going to help you out. I'm going to show you how to do reality checks in public without looking weird. So if you're worried about looking weird, you have 4 choices. Number 1 is to go somewhere private, like a bathroom, and do the reality check there. Number 2 is to do a quick stealthy reality check that no one will notice. Number 3 is to let people know in advance what you're going to be doing. And number 4 is to just not care. So let's start with number 1. The first thing that you can do is you can go somewhere private. If you're at work or you're at school, you can save reality checks for when you take a bathroom break or between classes, when you can go somewhere where you can do reality checks without everyone seeing. That is one option. Now this is all well and good, but it does come with a trade-off, a major negative point, which is that you're limiting when you're able to perform reality checks. So you might go long periods without doing any, and you might also start to only do reality checks in certain locations, which can be a problem later on. You know, if you only ever do reality checks in the bathroom at work, then when you have a dream where you're at work, you're not going to bother doing them unless you can get to a bathroom. And so you're going to miss out on a potential opportunity to get lucid as a result. Number 2 is stealthy reality checks, and this is the option I think will work best for most people, and this is something I do when I want to do reality checks somewhere in public. So basically, continue to do reality checks, but choose ones that can be done without drawing too much attention to yourself. So one example of this is to look at your hands and count your fingers. If you're at work or at a computer, just look down and count the fingers on both hands, then look back up at the screen and repeat. You don't have to pick up your hands, bring them right up to your face and stare at them and make a big deal out of it and make everyone turn around and look at you. You can just glance at your hands, count your fingers, and there you've done a reality check. Another great one is to look at clocks. You might already be using this reality check. Basically just look at a clock, see what the time is, look away and look back. And this works even better if it's a digital clock because the numbers are more likely to change. And you can do this anywhere. No one's going to think you're weird for looking at the time. So this behaves as a great stealthy reality check. Another thing you can do with this is you can just look at a computer screen or a phone screen, and while you're doing that, check the time if it's showing there. But just look at the text and see if anything is off, or see if the applications are behaving weirdly. If everything seems to be going a bit weird with your phone or your computer, there's a chance that you might be in a dream and you should follow it up with some other reality checks. The third thing that you can do is to inform people. So if you're worried that your friends are going to think you look weird when you start doing reality checks all of a sudden, why not simply let them know beforehand? Tell your friends that you're lucid dreaming and that one of the things that you do to get lucid is to do reality checks. And hey, if they know what you're doing, it's not going to look so weird. And you can speak to them about lucid dreaming then, you can explain why you're doing the checks, and if they seem interested, you could always tell them some good lucid dreaming channels to watch. Like perhaps that one Tipharot guy, I hear his videos are really great. But in all seriousness, there's nothing to be embarrassed about doing reality checks, so feel free to just tell people. And also, feel free to just not care. That's what your final option is. Your final option is to just not care. If you're walking down the street to work or something, you don't really need to worry about looking weird if someone sees you, pinching your nose closed or whatever. Who cares? You're not going to see those people again, so just do it, whatever. And if they are people you're going to see again, you can always explain to them a little bit later what you were doing and why you looked a bit weird for a moment. So you really don't have to stress reality checks in public. You can even turn this into a bit of a confidence exercise if you feel like it, Next time you're in the city and there's tons of people around, just do your reality checks normally, and you might be surprised to find that no one really pays much attention to you. Or even if someone does look at what you're doing, 2 seconds later they just go back to what they were doing and walk off. People have their own lives and their own concerns. You looking a little bit weird for a moment is something that they might notice, but they're not going to remember it 5 minutes later because they're already busy doing something of their own. Trust me, you're not that important that you pinching your nose closed is going to be like the highlight of someone's week. You know what could be the highlight of someone's week though? Having some really awesome lucid dreams. So keep up with your reality checks, don't be embarrassed to do them. You can find a way to do them wherever you are really, just keep doing them. And I also highly recommend checking out my new lucid dreaming book that's just released. It is absolutely everything you could ever want to know about lucid dreaming. I've packed in about 3 times more information than in my previous lucid dreaming course. 151 pages, 51,000 words. It is what I recommend to anyone who's looking to lucid dream. Go and check it out. You can go to gum.co/theluciddreambook, or you can check out the link in the top right hand corner or down in the description below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe and more importantly enable notifications, because I found out that YouTube isn't showing most of you my videos. Make sure you enable notifications so you can actually see them when they come out. And if you want to keep watching, check out one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I will see you soon. Take care.